Stands too short for your height.
Okay, I'm worried about the rain. We can't do the doves in the rain, so we either gotta. I had this long, great speech rehearsed. Most, that's why. But I am really glad that everybody came because it's nice to see some familiar faces. And how this whole thing came about was COVID. We lost a great thing that we provided. Jolene was we did a service of remembrance every year. It was the second Sunday of December. The timing was perfect. If any of you have been here before, it's a very powerful, emotional thing. The timing was great. It was right before the holidays. It's time when people need each other, and it was a chance to come in. A little different today, but Jolene would have this place decked out, and Jeff would get his stilts from doing drywall, and he'd hang the ornaments up there, and Marv would pull the thing down and hand it to the people, and like everything we do here, she did all the work and I took all the credit for it, so it was a wonderful, wonderful thing. But it was important because it did bring us together at tough times after you guys had lost a loved one, and it was just to let you know that we don't want to turn our backs on you, we care for you. It's all year long. And COVID hit, we lost the service. Second year comes around, we were kind of open to the public, but we were afraid it might get canceled, so we tried to stay away from it. Julie did a great job. We had an open house. Somebody came in, you got your ornaments, but it wasn't the same to do an open house versus to get to spend time together with you and have lunch and do stuff like that. So that's how this all started, was just, let's figure out a way to do something in the summer, utilize the backyard, get you back in. Everybody's worlds were turned upside down. It changed the way we looked at things with funeral service. Nobody fit in the same mold, and as I look around here, I see people that all did what was best for them as a family, and that's what COVID did for us. It taught us funeral directors that not everybody fits in the same category, and we need to do what's best for you. And whatever that was at that time doesn't matter. The important thing is that we continue to do things like this, and you find support groups, or you do dove releases, or you do something that we can be together on. But outside of that, I don't want to lose weather, so I'm going to keep chatting. When Jolene did say dove release, first I was skeptic because she picked a Thursday night in July, but she told me I could talk, so I was happy with that. She said there was food, so I was happy with that. And I said, let's do it. And I did some real quick research on doves and the meaning of it. And my first thought always was with doves, you think of peace, but you think of, I think of like olive branch and solidarity and war and things like that. But it also means love, and obviously we lost loved ones, and you're sitting by someone you love and someone that got you through a tough time. But more importantly, it also means hope. And that, to me, from the funeral director standpoint and what Jolene and I do for you, that's all that really matters to us, is that the hope, as a symbol of the dove with the hope, is we're gonna get through this together. You're all thinking, first of all, I hope I get Troy as a funeral director. We know that. But I hope the funeral director ordered lunch. That's what was happening. I hope my loved one knows that I care for him. I hope I'm doing right by him. I hope somebody comes. And in a couple days, I hope nobody wants to hug me again. I'm tired. Just leave me alone. But hope gets us from point A to point B. I hope they know we did right by them. And I hope they know we still love them. And we hope that they have peace. And to me, that's kind of what I found when I was researching the dove release. The other thing in some cultures is the purity of the white dove represents soul, and the releasing of it is your first stage of grief. And we're releasing this dove up, we're releasing our loved one up. We're never going to forget about them. We're never going to stop loving them, but we're going to release it up and we're going to move on, because we have other people here that are important to us, and we do want to continue to memorialize our loved ones, but still be there for each other. And that's pretty much, in a nutshell, why we're here tonight, is to let you know that life's changed. COVID's changed the world forever, but we're here tonight, and that's all that matters. So, couple quick things. Again, I'm paraphrasing here for the weather. Dennis is going to come up here briefly and tell us what the rules are here. And really quickly, before Dennis, Denise Fett, who works here at the funeral home with us, I think we all know her. She also helps us with the pre-planning. She's got a quick announcement to make, I believe. And when she's done, then Dennis, we're going to have him come up and explain how the process works. And what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of take our time, get outside. Maybe we want to get Mike outside with his wheelchair. We're all going to gather in the parking lot, and then Dennis is going to explain to you how we're going to do the actual double release.
So I'll be really quick. I'm Denise Fett. I am the pre-planning specialist with Fury. And I'm sorry for all the losses that you have experienced. I've gone through family loss, and it's hard stuff. It's also hard in planning. You've been through that, and planning is hard. So one thing I'm gonna have these when you leave. It's an event that we're having here, August 23rd. We're gonna have the ice cream truck here, and it's about pre-planning. So you don't leave your family without plans in place. That is what I do, and that's what we're gonna talk about. So with that, I'm gonna turn it over to Dennis so we can get outside. Do you want to come up here? You're coming up here, right?
I will, if I can.
You want?
Actually, if I can do it without the microphone. Can everybody hear me back there? Okay. All right. You will be asked, to release the birds either by basket. And there's this size basket, and then there's one about 3 times the size, but they each have 1 bird in them. Those that choose baskets, the way you want to release them is just hold her like this, put it down, then give it a little tilt forward. You're going to get some air back from the wings when the birds are released, but if you do this, you won't get as much. And if you have friends taking pictures, you won't have you squinting like this. So, and then just lift it up like this. Most of the time they'll come out. If they don't, just give them a little nudge. And that should take care of that part. The baskets are sitting over there, and they'll be handed to you. The small baskets like this have a little tie on them, a little bread tie, and the reason is when they're sitting with the bird in there, sometimes they'll pop them on you. So if you take the tie off, just tie it around the handle then, and then do your release. When you release the birds, watch what's out in front of you, so they got it clear, aim them in a direction where it's safe. And probably not toward the road if you want us to go low and you have the truck come through or something. So out that way or that way, okay? Let's see. I think, can I get an idea how many you want it? I know that you were asked baskets or by hand, and if you hadn't done it before, it's pretty hard to know what you want to do. But how many think they want it by hand? How many by basket? Just give me some kind of an idea.
Baskets.
Baskets?
Basket.
Hand? Okay. I'll be on one side giving out by hand, and they'll give you baskets or just pick them off the table as you go. I think they may take your coupons or whatever they have for you for the family. So you go that way. Now, should we not have enough baskets full and you want to do baskets yet, I'll get over there and I'll fill more baskets after other people have let them go. We've got about 18 baskets, and I don't know how that's all going to come out in the end, but we'll make it work.
And then more importantly, when we're done, if you can stay, we have a luncheon provided here that if you can come back in, it's starting to sprinkle. If you don't want to sit outside, we can sit